Apple has just removed 4,500 games and apps from the Chinese App Store due to the change in license regulations made by the Chinese government. Developers have to make their licenses approved before submitting their games. Click on the bell icon to get the latest tech update and join us on TechShouters to know more about all the new happenings on the tech world. China is already getting cornered due to its fault in spreading coronavirus, and they are contaminating their relations with the whole world because of their steps. A new name has got into the list of conflicts in China. The Chinese government has just changed its rules and regulations of licensing for apps, and this time they messed up with Apple. Before, developers can submit their apps and wait for their approval of their license. But due to new regulations, developers can only submit their apps and games after their license has been approved by the Chinese government. This step removed 4,500 applications from the App Store in just 3 days. However, this new rule had been announced early this year, but this new rule implements on 30 June. And this is the only reason Apple has to stop the games and apps over its Chinese App Store, which hasn't received the official license yet. Prior to this move, Apple has opted just to freeze the apps. But now the frozen apps have been eliminated from the App Store. As per reports, more than 2,700 games were eliminated from the Chinese App Store within the very first 2 days of July. This is being described as the biggest game removal on Apple's App Store ever. Google Chrome to make a leap from 32-bit to 64-bit of its version. The 64-bit version is going to launch soon for Android with enhanced performance, more secure privacy, and faster results. Here's what you should know about it. Tech champ Google is ready to launch the 64-bit version of its Google Chrome browser. This huge step was taken by keeping in mind user preference and providing quality service. Google has always proved its worth in the market and trying to keep this position in the future. The 64-bit version of Google Chrome can only be compatible with phones having Android 10 or up. If you have an old version of Android, you should wait for your software update notification. Everybody is excited for the launch of 64-bit of Google Chrome because it gives its users enhanced performance, tighter security and faster search results. The 32-bit was only converted into 64-bit because Google wants to give more to its consumers, and we hope it keeps on doing it and providing you's best of the technology available in the market. Android started using 64-bit processors back in 2014 with Android 5.0 Lollipop, and Apple mandated 64-bit processors with iOS 11 in 2017. Google has all the power and ability to make 64-bit application and its architecture. This leak was claimed by the big tech website Android Police. According to them, Google was secretly running beta test for its 64-bit version, and now it's not a secret anymore. It's a usual and well-known thing that 64-bit apps run on 64-bit processors, and if you want to experience these mega-level apps, then you should update your phone or buy a new one, because these 64-bit applications are the future, the change, and as our elders said, change is inevitable, and you have to accept it. So, these were some of the major updates from the tech giant Apple. For more such updates, subscribe to TechShouters and stay tuned with us.